Now, this is this the session for question answer. So you are free to ask anything regarding our topic, or maybe anything in spiritual life.
I have something.
You have something.
No, it was funny when you started telling the story about how Swami Brahmananda, as a young monk, asked Maharaj to just give him samadhi. I thought, well, this is really funny. I was just thinking about that story this morning. Only this one ended when Maharaj said, I could do that for you, but your life would be insipid. So, it seemed like he had two different approaches to that.
That because everything what happens, unless we are fit recipient, or the higher spiritual energy, when it is transferred, we need to, this body should carry that energy, no? Our nerves are created for ordinary human emotions. There is a limitation. This as I give my favorite example is that this wiring is done here, all the wires are running, is made for how much voltage? 110 to 100 to say 220? Now 220? Now if someone says, okay, in this wiring just send me 1000 volt, what will happen? So that is the question. It is said that sometimes it is better, even that's why the example is there. Swami Brahmananda, when Ramakrishna on January 1, the great story is there, January 1, 1886, Ramakrishna was passing away almost. After a few months he passed away. And he, that day being very, suddenly he felt little good in his health. He could not come down because of the cancer and he was lying in the bed. And that 1st of January in 1886, suddenly it happened that he felt little better. And he just walked down from the room and found that being Sunday there were many devotees have come from Calcutta. So when they are there, then he find and then asked, and everyone gathered around him and they offered their salutation and pranam, and somebody brought some flower in the garden and put in his feet. And seeing this, he got very ecstatic and he went into samadhi. And coming down from samadhi, he asked Girish, Girish, what have you find in this? That you are everywhere going and with the beating of the drum saying that the avatara and something. What do you see about me, about avatara? Who am I? And when this question was given to Girish, Girish responded. Girish said, what more shall I say? The sages like Vyasa, sages like Valmiki. Vyasa wrote the volumes of Sri Krishna's life story. And Valmiki wrote the life of Ramachandra. They could not finish the glory of yours by writing. I am an ordinary Girish. What shall I say more? This very word ignited some fire in him. So he went into ecstasy. And coming down from that, whoever was there, he touched everyone. And each one, whoever being touched by that day, started having some wonderful vision and experiences. Suppose someone is meditating on God for a long time, as we are doing. But all the time we see closed eyes, it is dark. But he touched and he found instant touch created, that divine image become living and tangible. Someone seeing light all over. So one such experience came that he started seeing God in everything. God in everything. By a touch, depending on what level each was there, that he give a boosting to their spirituality. And one of them, it happened spontaneously. One of the devotee, he was not present that day. And he came to know and he came rushing. And he said, you have to do something. Ramakrishna said, Are you see my health condition is not good. When I will be better, it will happen. Then, no, you are avoiding me, you will have to give me. Then he said, no, you are already, you got something. Well, no, you are saying I got something, but I don't understand that. So make me understand that I got something. So he was so much stubborn. And what? Ramakrishna, out of compassion, okay, he touched him. Just touched us. One touch only. And he started seeing the whole universe is filled with joy and bliss. And he is so intoxicated in that joy, he does not know what to do. But he was reeling in that joy, and as it were, and then he came back to his home. But he has become a mad guy, as it were. He is sitting for food, he is not eating food. And everyone got, what has happened today? Because he sees Brahman everywhere. Now he was an accountant. Next day he forced him to go to the office. He opened the accounts book. He does not find any figure, it is all Brahman. Then he going in a train, in a Calcutta street, in those days tram was there. Tram car? So tram car was there and he is standing in the middle of the road. The tram driver is pounding, making noise, get out, but he does not go. He stopped the car engine and then came out and pulled him out. Are you mad guy standing in the middle of the road? But he sees only God. So it happened one day, he could not, with eyes closed, he sees Brahman everywhere. With eyes open, he sees Brahman everywhere. One day went like that, second day went like that, third day, he came back to Ramakrishna. He said, Sir, please take back your, I cannot handle it anymore. And then he came back and Ramakrishna said, oh, is it? Okay, and stroke him like that. 2 stroke and it that gone. But he said, by God's grace, at least all my visions go, but not totally. Whenever I want to remember, I could remember that. That must remain. But what a fool I was. Why I came back to him? He putting his repentance. Why I came back and asked him to take back his experiences. Had I been mad, what would have happened? Mad with God is good. But why did I do that? He was repenting on this vein. But the point is that here is the very great lesson. If it is given to us, when not matured, it is very difficult to hold on. Yeah. That's why we have regular spiritual practice, regular thing, that will be smooth journey and it will be permanent. I think that's why Maharaj said, can you hold it? But he got it afterwards, but that's the point, different point. But at that particular time, probably it was not.
How many... Basically, there was a commercial, if you recall. It says how many leaks will take you into the middle of lollipop. What was it? How many years of seeking it would take? Because not all of us are that lucky to wake up overnight or by just a matter of strike. We have to really go through the path for many years in different ways. How many years do you think that you should go until you feel Brahman everywhere? How many years you have to do? What ways? Which way is a faster way? How much suffering you have to take?
You need not have to. There is not, who can say how many days will take. It depends on the intensity of our craving, intensity of my want, how quickly I want, how frantic I am, how I am restless for that, and how intensely I am craving. I crave so many things of the world. Any problem comes in my life, physical world, I cry and weep for that. Do I cry for God also the same way? No. Even that cry will come. Ramakrishna said, when one sheds tears for God, oh Lord, another day is gone. I have not seen you, I have not experienced you. Please, 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 come in my life. No? So when that urge will come, it is said in the scriptures, God will appear. It is both sides. I want you. How sincerely I want it. I have 20, 30 other objects, and I will finish all those things, and if little mind remains, I will give it to you. With that type of input, we cannot expect that big return. So it depends on input and output. So input is that as much love we grow for God, as much we try to think that I am not satisfied with the things in the world as it is going on. And there is a truth, I believe in that. And saints and sages are not liars. They have experienced, they have kindly given us this guidance. So let us have that and move in that direction. It depends on my own karma, which purified karma, selfless work. Unless one does selfless work, unless one feels for others, unless they are kind, unless they are pure, that God the pure will not appear in the heart. And how intensely I am asking for that, it depends on that. So time, our scripture says that. It says that Tibro Sangbeganam Asanna. Those who are intense. I want God now. Ramakrishna was so frantic. He was crying day and night, Ma, oh mother, another day is going, the sun is setting, you didn't come in my life, how can I bear with it? And he was rubbing his face on the sandy bed of the Ganga. And then evening comes, he going into the deep forest and sitting for meditation whole night, whether mosquito infested area, forgetting all these physical things. So he's crying for that, asking for that. And then we find that one day he felt, this even is not tenable, I cannot bear it. And he wanted to kill himself, commit suicide. At that moment, Mother appeared.
But that's not going to happen for me.
No, all will happen. No, we are not to go that far. Ramakrishna said, my example is for example. It is not for everyone. But if we do one little of that intensity, what I am talking about is the intense condition of Ramakrishna, an exemplary life. But he says, you need not have to do that much. You do 1/16 of that. 1/16 means, 16 annas used to make 1 rupee in Indian currency that time. You can say, today you say $1, 100 cents. Say 1 cent if you can do. That is enough. For us, it's a concession. So, let us do our best. And you know one point, no one realizes God by your own spiritual practice. You do your best, but grace is important. God's grace. And God's grace will dawn for whom? Who wants? Who will be sympathetic to? Who wants you? Wants your help. If someone does not want your help, what will you do? So we don't want God's help. We are happy with whatever is going on. Occasionally we say, oh Lord, why it is that? Why it is bad? Why it is good? Why it is this? So God also says, okay. He manages us like the children. Children playing, they have a fake demand. and real demand. Two types of demand is there for the children. When they sometimes cry, fake cry. Fake cry is what? Mom understands. It's a fake cry. Mom does not respond.
Swami, I was thinking of when Isha cried during the lecture.
Lecture, yeah.
And Anandi went and took her for a walk. I mean, when you want it that much that you cry out like that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Exactly, Deep. Look at the children gains everything by crying. The babies get everything. They don't do anything, they only cry. And once your love, your affection, you will have to take the baby in the lap and the pat and ha. That means he gets everything by crying.
So you think the same principle applies between human
God and me, yeah.
source?
God is my mother, God is my father. He is the dearest of the dear, nearest of the near. Who is
So we
more?
have to cry.
Actually, if you want to get in touch, we will have to do that. Otherwise, he may be carrying me, I do not know. I am hungry, then I can enjoy one piece of something even.
My
Something
question is
little
that why do we have to suffer in order to reach with
to understand that.
source?
Otherwise, in funny days, you don't need God. When we are in fun, and all our pleasurable things are around, who cares for God? No. That does not mean that we should have to suffer. I am not saying that we should do. But suffering is not bad. It teaches us something. It helps us. It gives us a boosting. But this life is not enough. This joy is not enough. What you are seeing joy today, the same object will be a point of suffering. Today, what is giving me joy? I like, say, ice cream. And I eat too much ice cream. Today is my liking. It will bring my cholesterol. And if I like very much sweets, and gives my heart attack because blood clot is happening. So, this is the point. Cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect.
Swamiji, I have a question. I don't know. This is what does eternity means? Because there's somebody whom I know who's dear to me. He's been searching for this eternity. What does eternity mean, actually?
How
He's
can
been
I?
searching for years.
No, I understand. If he is a man of reason, how to define what is eternity? You all know eternity means there is no time. We are in time, and you go beyond time. You go beyond time when you sleep. You don't have a knowledge of eternity, you have. You every day when you go to deep sleep, you live in eternity. That time no suffering, no pain, no anxieties, no world, no object of love or hatred. So you live in eternity for that split second. So can you by consciously lift your mind into that plane where there is no duality? That is eternity.
Okay.
Everything in the created world is duality. Everything is in time. See, the earth came into existence in a particular period of time. These planets rotating, they got cooled. It took time. Stars and galaxies are created and it goes into black hole in time. Wherever you look at anything in the cosmos which has an existence, it has come in time. But there is something timeless upon which the time works. There is something unchanging upon which the changes happen. See, the ocean, if the ocean substratum is not there, waves will come. Suppose there is no ocean, wave will run. You need some ocean which is unchanging to have some changing waves. There should be something beyond time where time plays its role. Creation, sustenance, destruction, the plan of this whole world. See, I was not in this world. I came in time. That's why you say, when you are born, we give our birthday, we celebrate birthday. What? You were not there before. Huh? So anything born, anything in action, anything exists, even our mental imagination, imaginary world, there is some time. And time-space cohesion, wherever time-space cohesion, that is a changing thing. And go beyond time, no creation. See, people say that, oh, I slept so, I didn't understand when it became 8 o'clock. I have to get up at 6 o'clock. Why? Where goes your time concept? Time concept is a relative thing. So theory of relativity, in that relative sense there is time. Without that nothing relative is possible. And you go beyond relativity, that which remains, that is called timeless. Timeless means it is there. It is not created. Anything is created in time. But that which is uncreate, you cannot create that. It is there. Can you create this space? So can you say, oh, the space starts here and ends here? Where the space starts? That's why Vedanta gives the idea that it is finer than the space. Finer, subtler than the subtlest. Finer than the space. The space is, it is endless. Physically, scientifically, you cannot fathom space anywhere. What is the beginning point for space? Space starts from our wall. Space is here. Space is in the wall. Space is beyond wall. Space is in this whole earth. Space from planet to planet. Space from stars to stars. Galaxy to galaxy. Go on. Think of this vast dimension of existence.
So why is he all the time just thinking on his mind is just into that saying, I'm searching for eternity? That's the question I cannot understand.
I don't understand what is your question.
Yeah. There is this person who's all the time just thinking
Because you are infinite.
What's that?
You are not this body and mind. You are eternal.
So he wants to be eternal.
You are, not he. You, me, everyone are eternal.
Probably he says, I want to live.
So how to live? You have to go to the shop. You want clothing, you go to the Macy's shop to buy. So if he wants to know, let him come to people who knows those things. Very simple. You want to know physics. You want to study physics. And I want to know physics. And know physics will not come. You go to some people who knows physics. And talk to them, understand them. Those who live in the awareness day and night. Those who live, we go to doctors. Why? I may have read little bit of the anatomy and this and that. I know lungs, heart, this, that. Does not mean anything. But why you go to doctor? Because he is expert in that. He deals with this material. You would go to the specialist. No? Anything happens to the eye. You go to the retina specialist. Why? Even in the eyes, why the retina? Eye specialist is enough. No, retina specialist. Why? Because he handles with retina day and night. So he knows much better than we know. And he can give us some guidance. But you experience, you have to experience. The experience should be done by you.
Swami, you mentioned that in order to reach God, it's to go to the fastest way, which is have your mind on God and all that, and the breath work, the physical experience and all that should be, it will give you the experience, but having God in your mind all the time will give you that experience right away. But at the same time, you also mentioned that if we want to experience God, can you take it? Isn't the breath work or the physical activity doing something in order for our body to get ready?
Body and mind. Body and mind.
For that experience?
Yeah. To mature, to understand, more clarity in the mind will come. First you have to clarify, no? And then you make the ground ready. That's the point. You have a land. You have a land and you can put some seeds over there. The seeds will not function because there are so many weeds. Our other thoughts are there, negative thoughts are there. So first take out the weeds from the ground.
How? By just thinking of God, or
Or
there's
think,
other...
those are the procedure. All these you practice your self-control, ahimsa, in non-injury, truthfulness, honesty, love. These are the procedure. Pick up all these weeds one by one, one by one. At the same time, think of the goal of life, why I am doing all these things. Forget God. God can be substituted by this word, eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal happiness. If you forget God, God is a term which may confuse. What is God, what is that? But you can take this way, I want eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal happiness. Versus momentary joy, momentary happiness, momentary peace. How can I go through this? So you have to give a job which is low paying job, you give up to get some high paying job. But don't give up the low paying job unless you get high paying job. For that reason you go to Guru, take some mantra, practice, make yourself ready, get equipped for the higher job and prepare your resume like that. Apply there till you do the other job, but apply for that and give interview and do all these things. And when you get there, get out. It's a very realistic suggestion, is it not?
It's right on point.
Yes.
Swamiji, today's theme was, you said that rays and the sun. There are the rays and sun, you cannot separate, they are part and parcel of that. So are we human beings part and parcel of that, what we call as Almighty God. So is the rays are limited only to sun?
There is only one sun. I have given an example, sun. Sun is the only sun. There is nothing but sun. That sun is there, but I don't know I am sun. I think I am a little, this tiny body mind. I don't see the light inside. The spark of light is here. That light is enlightening my intellect, my ego, my mind, my emotions, my actions. Without that light, hand cannot move, mouth cannot speak, eyes cannot blink. But I don't see that light. So go back to that light. And through that light go back to the source. We are that. But we are so much enmeshed in the clouded condition of our understanding about ourselves that I think I am a man and my name is this, my quality is this, and I am this old, I am this young, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, I am non-educated, I am this, that. These are my identity. No, this is not my identity. This is the identity of the body. This is the identity of my mind. This is the identity of my intellect. This is the identity of my ego. But what is me? Behind that shines the light. That light is making me work in these different levels. But I do not know that light. And that is me really. This will go away. This has come, this will go away. But that light will not go.
You know, the question was raised by lady here, how quickly I can recognize that light.
Yeah. How quickly you can recognize, that's the question. How really sincerely I want it to know. See how much time we give for this type of search. This is research. That's why we say it is not faith-based religion. Vedanta is not faith-based religion. My faith, my book, nothing like that. It is experiential. So you want it, you do a research. That's why you call it is a Brahma Vidya Research Institute. This Vedanta Society, Yeah, you can write Brahma Vidya Research Institute. What is Brahma? B, Vidya, V, BV, Vidya, Research R, Institute I, BVRI. It's a name, we can give the name. So we have to research. We have to research who are we. And that research is how intensely we do. As much we do, that much clarity will come. See, go to the sadhus who are living for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. On this thought only. Do you think what we are doing? Our 24 hours, as much as time as we try to utilize it, we try to think that who am I? I have an identity in the world and I work in that field. But this is not me. More than there is my real me. And that research is to be done every day. Morning time, meditate for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Think, who are you? You're not talking. Try to think it is the body. Body is functioning, it is a robot. All robotic engineering with wiring and connection and there is a camera, there's this another camera, touch. You can feel the touch camera. So these are all cameras fitted into that computer, in that robot. Think that. But what is the power behind this robotic engineering? You bring a robot will do everything. Unless you give the dictation or you put the energy with it, remote control or do something, batteries should be connected or some electrical connection. They are mopping the floor nowadays, no? Yeah? So you do, but you bring one thing without any electrical connection or anything, just it will work. So you have to connect with electricity. But that electricity connection is here.
Yes.
It's a robot. But I don't know that side. I only see the outside. So research every day. Research seriously. Morning, evening, question. Who am I? Why am I here? Why am I earning money? Why am I studying education? Why am I a musician? Why am I doing this law or this, that? Why? What for? Question. And try to think, is there any meaning? Is there any purpose? All the accomplishments is life, is the goal of life. How many people have accomplished in life? Nobel laureates are there. Accomplishment. But when they die, they cry and go. And all this intelligent power which you think, I have brain will be gone. Now it is Alzheimer, has it gone. But beyond Alzheimer, there is a reality which does not go. So that is to be researched. And that research is a study, and we will have to do that day and night, and then we understand, I am the ray, I am the sun, and I am that Satchidananda. So, to go back to that energy source. Okay? Okay, so we can start Gita then? What do you think? Okay. Okay. So this chapter was dedicated to this idea that Shraddhatraya, we have Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Each individual is a product of our faith we carry, faith and trust in God and yourself. Accordingly, we are of three types. One is called Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Shraddha. Sattvic Shraddha, Rajasic Shraddha and Tamasic. Sattvic means pure manifestation of your faith and trust in yourself, Shraddha. Rajasic manifestation, and Tamasic means the dull, most little of the goodness come out of that. So these are the three types. So we have read several verses, but how to connect with them. And there it has been said that there being with those qualities, your actions are all different. If you want to give something, Sattvika people will give. His right hand will give, left hand will not know. Rajasic people will do, showing, hey, I gave it. Third, tamas people say, I gave it and you didn't give back. Like that. So, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, we are all different. We all have some different characteristics. And not that only, the same person may be Sattvika at a particular time. Sometimes, same person may be angry at a certain time. And sometimes it may be dull. You can come here in the front. Yeah. Yeah, you can. I can see your face. So much. Just to peep in. Yeah. Seeing the faces are very important. So, that what is type of, we have read that verse, still I am just to connect with you again. What is called the gift given, Sattvika gift, means this type of gift which is wanted, we should give something like that. What it says? It says that on page 827, the gift which is made to one who can make up no return. Huh? You give somebody to gain some more favor, that is not a gift. You have some bad intention behind, no? If I give this, he will return me that. So, that is not Sattvika gift. So it says, the gift which is made to one who can make no return. Huh? That type of gift. A person, homeless person, in the sick, you just give and run away. Not to care for thanks. Hey. Huh? No expectation. That is one with the feeling that it is one's duty to give. I am giving duty, not under any compulsion, but my heart speaks that he is in suffering and I have this, let me give it. So your heart is speaking there and fully without any expectation. We cannot do, most of our actions are with expectation. Even in household, in family life, husband, wife, children, mom, dad, expectation. You give me this, I expect this much at least. At least you should expect, you should give me a thanks at least. It is nothing wrong, but that is work in the world, but not Sattvika. Pure love will be, I give, finish, my part is done. You do whatever you like. That is a boldness is necessary. Great character is necessary. For normal people like us, we would say, be gentle. You got it. You should have to return it. At least be polite, be humble, be thankful. No? So, but with the feeling that it is one's duty to, I have given you, it is my duty, I gave. Forget. Whatever you do, I don't care. Then, and which is given at the right place and time. So what time you are giving? Suppose you are giving a meal. When I am just fully finished my lunch, you bring me a good dish for me. Oh, Swami, you eat it. Then means, are you giving for me? Eat to eat or not to eat?
You're giving it for yourself.
That's why I say in time. When you are in need, you give that person. Someone is needed one blanket, and the homeless person. That you give that blanket at the time when it is needed. If you can give, that is the best gift. We are talking about the best gift. Then he said in time, when the time is exactly needed, someone is hungry, give a meal to that time. When he is full, and you can show that you are giving something, but you give someone some gift. Suppose I have extra, I cannot use it. I give it to you. Whether you need it or not is not my point. But I have to just throw away. Better I give a gift. That may be also, people do that. Am I saying something wrong? We do things like that. But that is not Sattvika gift. You give to a person at a particular time and what he needs exactly. Without any expectation. You give as a duty to give. And then, and toward the person who is fit for what? Don't throw pearls among the swines. as Christ said. Also, don't give things who is hungry and give him a beautiful flower, bouquet of flowers. Bouquet of flower is not the gift to him. He needs some food to give. What type of food is necessary, you have to understand that. So all these considerations should be there. That you are giving a gift, this, if you can have this all-round understanding, first point, made to whom will make no return, he will not be able to give you anything back. You are only giving out of bounty, out of your consciousness of duty. And second, which given to the right place, in right place and right time, and to worthy person who is needed that, who needs that particular thing, and that gift is called Sattva gift. Now, Rajas. Rajas is next page, 828. And that gift which is given with a view to receive in return. I am giving, he will return me today or tomorrow, something. He will also return my gift. That is Rajas, expectation to get back. Then, or looking for the result. I give it, let me see how I can get a little more also. I have given $10 gift. If I get $20 gift, that's better. So that calculation is there. So that is the second point. Or again, grudgingly. I don't want to give, but what can I do? Under the circumstance, with grudge. Okay, I give it. That is Rajas, and is accounted as Rajas. Third, what is called Tamasa gift? Tamasa gift is Adesha Kale. The gift is given in a wrong place, in the wrong time, as I have given the example. Wrong place, wrong thing. I am hungry, someone is bringing me bouquet of flower. I need some warm garment, and that time someone is giving some packet of crunchy biscuits or something like that. It is not that. Question is that is the wrong place, wrong time, and to unworthy people. You should not give things to the proper person who is fit for what. Is an unworthy place, unworthy person, without respect or insult, or with insult. Every gift should be given with love and respect. If you want to give someone something, bow down and give him with your heart and soul. Not doing like charity. Okay, I throw away. Take it. Disrespect. Don't do that with disrespect. With respect and with insult. Even someone gives something, but with insult. Do you have any experience of that? Someone gives with insult. There's one of us, Swami, went in India. We used to go to door to collect some fund for the activity of the center. So one person, our Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj, was the president of our order afterwards. He went to some place, and this man said he will give $1 maybe in our currency, 1 rupee in India, or 2 rupees. And he came and asked him, sit down. So he sat down for half an hour, then said, okay, come tomorrow. After making him sit for half an hour, and okay, he's a monk. He came next day. And then again, he made him sit down for some time, and ultimately throw a coin of one, take it. Right? With insult. You are giving grudgingly with insult. He's coming every day. What can I do? I don't want to give, but he's botheration. No. So this is called tamasa gift. Understand? We face all these things in life, no?
What you were discussing here about Raja, on many levels that could be a marriage too.
Of course. But no, but in any good person will have expectation should be there. We are not beyond that. But it practice. Let me practice. Let me be a person of character. Why shall I be beggar? Why you give something to be beggar? When you are expecting something, are you not a beggar? Why you should be a beggar? Give like a king. We always see, I did it for you. What did you do for me? Of course, it should not be exploited like that. Everyone is taking advantage and I will be saying, okay, I give you, and give you. Don't be such fools. At the same time, don't be such egocentric that, yes.
Did I hear you correctly when you said any good person will have expectations, we're not beyond that? Did you say any person will have expectations, we're not beyond that?
Yeah, beyond, we want to go beyond that. But expectation is a normal human characteristic.
So
But
it's impossible for a human being not to have
no,
expectations?
you have. But we have to develop that skill. We start with expectation. We mature. No, why am I expecting? Whenever you are expecting, think that you are becoming a beggar.
Think that you're becoming what?
Beggar.
Bigger.
Begging. Go beyond. You give like a king. Give it. Bas, don't turn back. They appreciate, they insult, they say wrong about you, good about you. Don't care for that. That means you keep your dignity and you are bold in your character. Anything you are expecting, know that you are becoming little low.
But isn't it, Swami, that everything in human nature, it comes from self-satisfaction first?
But self-satisfaction is what? Not the satisfaction of this petty I. Self-satisfaction, my big I.
Absolutely.
I am that big.
Self-satisfaction of ego.
And that ego should be connected with the divine or with the petty I. So petty I everyone is doing. So we need not to read Gita. We need not have to cultivate those. But we are connecting to the bigger I. I am so big. Why shall I be bigger? Let people give. Even if you really give with honesty and sincerity, you may be criticized. There is one gentleman, he was Vidyasagar. He was a man of great wisdom and he has some money and wealth. And Ramakrishna even went to see him because of his charitable nature. One day, one gentleman came and told him that I heard that gentleman in another area, he was criticizing you so much. What's the reason? Did you do something wrong? Then he scratched his eyes, here, and then after a few minutes thinking, he said, why he will criticize? I never have done any good to him anytime. But his experience is that if you do good to somebody, he will only criticize you. Those who get the benefit, no, they may be. That is his experience. He is always charitable. But he is thinking, why he is criticizing me? Maybe he has many experiences that those who got the best benefit from you, they will criticize you. But be prepared for that. You don't expect. So whether they praise you, whether they blame you, what that to you? You be your own dignity. So that is the idea, yeah.
Swami, this whole idea of expectation, is that not thinking there's something outside of oneself that can bring us deep happiness? Something outside can bring peace. But then again, if we get to a place that we have expectation of spiritual growth, is that also not being attached to an expectation?
Oh, that's
Or wanting something?
Oh, that is great, because I am trying to go to my deeper identity. That is me. That expectation is natural. We want that because it is my property, my wealth, hidden somewhere, and I never find it out. It is kept in such a covered area that I never knew that is jewel with me. And that is you. That is you. That does not fall in the expectation level. Now,
Can I have a question? How we can relate this sattva, raja, and tamas to karma? How related, and there is a correlation between.
yeah, you can do sattvika karma. You do your karma in your office. You do with full sincerity. And mentally think, as my duty I am doing. Finish. And whatever return comes. People say hello, good, not. But I have done my duty and becomes joyful, and you are a spiritual person.
This is sattvic.
Sattvic.
How about the rajas?
Rajas you have to sow. Outside world you have to sow rajas. Hey, I did so much. Where is my raise? You'll have to say that. But mentally think, okay, if they give raise or not, I am not affected by that. Internally you should be peaceful. We can apply this quality in every phase of life.
So at the same moment you can exhibit sattvic and rajas, you're saying?
Yeah, that is an outer show. Because the people you are talking, he is not sattvic. If you are a sattvic and he is also sattvic, he understands your sattvic nature. If he is not, he will exploit you. Don't allow anyone to allow somebody to exploit you is also wrong. You should be that much intelligent that I am not going to allow some idiot to take advantage of me. I am not that dull. For that person I will have to say this way. That's an external face. Ramakrishna gave the example, the elephant has teeth, two types of teeth. One is for chewing food inside, another for attacking. Too big. No? So we have to keep two, one exterior, one interior. But we know I am honest. But I am behaving because he does not understand the language of sattvika quality. Now, let us go on 23rd verse on page 831. Om Tat Sat, this has been declared to be the triple designation of Brahman. What is the infinite Brahman? We do not know how to understand what is Brahman. So, two expressive words are Om, Tat, Sat. Om, you know, Om. Om is A, U, Ma, Bindu. A is the visible universe. U is the interspace. As you was talking about sun and galaxies and one sun to another sun, one galaxy to another galaxy, billions or trillions of galaxies like that. That's which covers that space. And that is the U, A, U. And Ma is all heavenly or whatever in your imaginary or your mental universe you create. So, O, U, Ma. And even add A plus U plus Ma. You cannot think of that. You cannot think of the physical universe added with the space in between, added with that which is in your imaginary or your mental world can create. All the gods, heavens and heavenly abodes we have read in the scriptures. Add all these and then beyond that. So that is called Brahman. So Om, that, Tat means that, Sat means true. That is the truth. That is the truth. Om Tat Sat. In this word, it represents that Brahman. No. This has been declared to be the triple designation of the word Brahman. By that were made of old Brahmanas, the Vedas and the Jagnas. That means from that Brahman, all these practices of spiritual discipline has come down. Next, the verse number 24 on page 832. Therefore, with the utterance of Om are the acts of sacrifice, gift and austerity, as enjoined in the scriptures, always undertaken by the followers of Vedas. That's why you know, if you come on the next Sunday, we are performing that Vivekananda celebration. There we do fire, sacrificial fire, Homa, Jagna, which is the Vedic time people used to do, offer fire and oblation in the mantra, offer Swaha, 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 like that. So that's why people say with this mantra, Om. In the mantra, everyone will use the word Om and then we say Om Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Sri Ramakrishnaya Swaha. But Om is fundamental. So that's why the people from Vedic times till now, they use the word Om, Because Om represents the absolute Brahman, and this oblation goes to Brahman. So that's the reason all the practices, ritualistic practices in Vedic culture, they use the word Om. Now, 24th, uttering Tat. Tat means that, without aiming at the results, are the acts of sacrifice, austerity, and the various acts of gift performed by the seekers of moksha. That's why moksha means liberation. The people, the home of fire is done for two purposes. One purpose, to gain material benefit. I want to go to heaven. You can perform some such jagna. Huh? Do you get it or not? It's very foreign language.
Yes, that's what religious people do.
Huh. You will go to any temple or they do the fire. Put the fire and put oblation with the ghee, clarified buttermilk, and with the mantra they chant and offer it. No. So that's why Om they say at the beginning of chant in every utterance to achieve certain goal and to reach that Brahman. Tat means that. Tat is without aiming the fruit. You say Om Tat. Tat means that. That I am doing this performance, I don't expect anything. Only my spiritual illumination. So, without aiming at the fruits, the acts of sacrifice, people do austerity. Austerity means they are fasting. When we do the performance, that day, if the performer fasts from the morning, last night they have, and even early morning they get up, they take shower, and all these austerities they do. Austerities and sacrifices they do, various acts of gift. After that, they also give the gift. Every ceremony ends with gift. That's why feeding is a normal habit of Hindu temples. You will go anywhere, they do any puja, at the end you will find that there is some type of offering of food to everyone who comes. That's the gift part. So, gift by the seekers of... So, who wants to get freed from the bondage of life and death, they perform this jagna without expecting any other result and only serves everyone with the, after home of fire, giving some type of gift. People used to give other gifts also. In early days in the Upanishad we find they used to give some cows. Why? Why the cows? Because the cows are the only milking thing, so they used to survive with that milk, and vegetarian food was the style. So that is a good help. If someone gets one or two cows, they can... so that's a gift. So this is given without any return, idea of return. For my liberation I am doing. And I am doing this austerity, I am fasting this for getting this liberation. That is the sound Tat. And the third one, the word Sat on page 834, verse number 26. It says, the word Sat is used in the sense of reality and goodness. And so also Partho, the word Sat is used in the sense of an auspicious act. So that's why when they say Sat, Satchidananda, Sat, the word Sat is expressed in the sense of reality, that is the reality. Sat means that which is, that's called Sat. And this also used everything good, that is called Sat. And anything auspicious, that is called Sat. So they use the word Om, Tat, Sat. Sat. Sat means that reality. So through these three words, they are indicating that same Brahman, the absolute, the infinite, in three aspects of it. Now, therefore, the 27th verse goes on that 836, the translation is on the page 836, steadfast in sacrifice. That's why in Vedic time, people used to constantly do the sacrificial fire. A home of fire will go on, they will put oblation every day to do this Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat iti, and they used to offer the oblation, offer there. Meaning They are trying to remember that Om is the symbol of that infinite Brahman, Tat is that which is the transcendental reality that with the offering into it, and Sat is that which is true, which is real. So three words are only expression of the same truth. So remembering that, they used to offer every time this fire. Yes?
There are some sacrifices that I know some cultures do with animals. Is that an equal sacrificing?
Actually, you have to sacrifice your ego.
Right.
But people cannot give their ego. So they give an animal, thinking my ego is like my animal. Animal is bad, so to kill it. So my ego should to be cut. I cannot do that. So the Brahmins made a rule, okay, you make a sacrifice. But that is not the Vedic culture.
Yeah.
It's afterwards it came. It's symbolic. That's a symbolic of destruction of our ego. Not that in our Belur Math, we do sacrifice. What we do sacrifice, you know? We take some piece of banana, and we make a boom. We take some pumpkin, boom. That means it is symbolic. Symbolic, why to be animal? You can take some fruits and this and that. So it is same. Sense is that my ego I am cutting. My petty ego should go, and then the divine will come out. So that is the reason. So steadfastness on the 836 page, steadfastness in sacrifice, that's the one thing. To be steady in performing sacrifice, it needs so many items to collect, so many days to be engaged, so many times to fast. There are rules and regulations. As we do in our puja, do you see when we start puja on the 4th of July or something, how much preparation goes on? Someone bringing flowers, someone is decorating the vase, someone is doing the sandal paste, someone is doing the garland. So much of activities. But those are always steadfast in those type of sacrifice, austerity, gift. That is also called Sat. And action for the sake of the Lord is also called Sat. So now come to the simpler formula. You are doing all this ritualistic thing, then you reach the Sat, that means Brahman. But last part is very important. For the sake of the Lord is called Sat. Anything you do, you think I am doing for the Lord. See, so simple. Entire the philosophy of sacrifice and this become very easy if we can do every action. You give a cup of tea, say I am giving it to God. Mentally think. You are serving a glass of water, think I am serving God. Sat, that is the Sat. And that tuning yourself with that Sat in every action, that's also a jagna.
Swami, all these religious words are also in the name of the Lord, the name of the God. But that's not Sat.
That Lord is Saguna, that's why they differ. But if you go to the Nirguna, it all boils down to the one. They don't go one step further. If they go one step further, then they hit the ground of ocean of Satchidananda. And my God, your God. Why? Why different? As I talked about today, the sun is the eternal sun. Sun has no dimension. Beginningless, endless, light, heat. No. But when you are away from that, you see the sun in different dimensions. Your God is 36 inches diameter. My God is 24 inches diameter. Someone maybe 1 mile diameter. But these are all talking about the same real sun. Misconception of that being distance from them. If you go close, then you see we are all one. If people understand this, that's why Swami Vivekananda's beautiful statement that we need for the world to survive in peace and happiness. Vedantic brain. We need Vedantic brain. That absolute infinite background with Islamic brotherhood. The intensity to do things with background of Vedanta, then there will be no conflict. Where is the conflict? All should be belonging to Allah. We are Allah. All should be belonging to God. We are belonging to God. Only go one step beyond. Then you see,